Hello, and welcome to this edition of School Notes. I'm Xavier Williams. We start this show with fire, foam, and fun. Andrews Pre-K through 8 held a science fair for all grade levels. Students picked an original project and tested their hypothesis using the scientific method. Some students did research projects and some created actual experiments. One student built an infinity mirror and another created fire extinguishers by using chemicals to put out lit candles.
So basically you mix the potassium and the hydrogen peroxide and then they come together and make like a gas that produces heat and it takes the gas out. And it makes them new and it also makes bubbles if you put more in there. It's just cool being a scientist, mixing things together, trying to heal people and help people out.
Students from Barron Elementary work with professional artists and Virginia Arts Commissioner Asa Jackson on a mural project at the school. The students created murals of 6 civil rights activists they learned about in social studies class. Recently, the students and Mr. Jackson unveiled their murals for classmates, teachers, and the community to see.
With the help of the Hampton Education Foundation and the Hampton Arts Commission, we were able to have artist and Virginia Arts Commissioner Asa Jackson join us for a 6-day mural workshop. The students each chose an activist to write an informational report about and participated in the creation of a mural of each of the activists. They worked hard, stayed focused, and created beautiful works of art that will leave a legacy at Barron Elementary for each member of the class of 2019.
This project, it was something new for me to actually take on this thing with 60 students. And you can imagine 60 students working on 6 pieces together. And it was a very collaborative and inspirational thing to watch because I've never seen 60 hands work on one object. And just to give you some insight, all of the students worked on every piece.
As a class, they chose these figures, they chose the images, and then we sort of went into the workshop and brought it to the finish. For them to learn the process of being an artist, you know, from prepping work to sketching work to, you know, critiquing work and finishing out. And then also the opening, being able to show off all the images to their friends and family, I think was amazing.
Students from the Bethel High School Trail Academy got to dig deep into VDOT operations on a behind-the-scenes tour of the Monitor Merrimack Bridge Tunnel. Some of the things Trail Academy students focus on is transportation and logistics. Students will never look at the tunnel the same way again.
We take them kind of to the behind the scenes of the tunnel. There's a lot of critical systems and equipment, and of course our control room, a lot of which, you know, the general public doesn't really even know kind of exists. So we take them to these behind the scenes systems just to give them a look at what it all takes to have a safe tunnel environment for people to drive through and for, you know, police and fire and rescue to respond in, as well as our control room, you know, which gives them kind of an idea of, you know, what all goes on with dispatching emergency responders to the scenes of incidents and accidents that take place on the facility.
Really, he just showed us how they really watch everything and make sure that everybody's safe and everything's steady flowing, and like how there's no leaks and how air gets in and out, and how there's no accidents, and if something does happen, they quickly move it along. They said they take like 13 minutes max to clear an accident. They respond in 4 no matter where they are. They said that it's actually underground, it's not like in the water, and that way like boats can still go over it without like having to worry about it.
It was interesting, the fans, and then he started talking about the ventilation. Like I didn't think you could fit fans underneath the bridge in a tunnel. Like, he brought us into a tunnel, we went underneath, he showed us all these big stuff, and like, then we went further underneath. Like, I didn't think it was like that huge compared to when I'm driving around with my parents and they're driving over the bridge and stuff. And he explained so much in what they do and all these cameras and stuff. And I'm just like, how they fit all this stuff into this one area. I'm just thinking it's just a bridge, but there's actually so much more into it.
The Visual and Performing Arts Department held their annual 5th grade honors music concert in April. More than 40 students performed in the Orff Percussion Ensemble, and more than 120 students performed in the chorus. The theme of the concert was the world in harmony. Here are some clips from their performance. During the concert, the new Phillips Falcon 5th grade band had their premiere performance. Students have been practicing after school with their music teacher, Mr. Holmes.
Let's try that again. Let's Go Falcons starts with who?
We have approximately 25 members in the group. The students are selected based on good behavior in their classes, by recommendations of their teacher, and of course by recommendations of me. Well, we practice once a week, and we practice from about 2:30 until 4:45. We teach clarinet, trumpet, trombone, and baritone, and percussion. We teach basic band instruments, sort of the same things that they learn in 6th grade beginning band. So these guys that you see here will be more than ready when they get to their respective middle schools. Oh, the performance was an awesome experience. I think that my students really enjoyed having their premiere with such a large audience. We've been working very hard on the music that you heard at the performance, and it was really a great time. I'm glad that the crowd enjoyed it. I'm glad that the students felt great about what they did, and I know that they can't wait to perform again.
I felt kind of not, I didn't have so much stage fright despite the fact that there was like a couple hundred people there, but I'm not normally like that, and it was actually fun doing it, learning, playing the songs in front of everyone and wearing the t-shirt that I'm wearing right now.
I like being in band because I really like having Mr. Holmes as my teacher. He teaches us really nicely, and even though if we don't do it right the first time, he tells us what we do wrong, and he lets us have another shot. I was playing the baritone, and I like it because to me, it's kind of like a solo, like the back, it's like in the back, and kind of like you're doing like a loud sound. I like practicing in the band because you get to make like a beat and a sound all together, working together to make a full band performance.
Let's go trombone!
Hampton City Schools Superintendent Dr. Jeffrey Smith was named the 2020 Virginia Superintendent of the Year. He was selected for his leadership for learning, communication, professionalism, and community involvement. Congratulations, Dr. Smith. You continue to make Hampton very proud. In other big announcements, Teacher of the Year was announced at the Hampton City School Board meeting. The elementary Teacher of the Year is Jennifer Holmes from Forest Elementary, and the middle school Teacher of the Year is Zebaray Janez Pace, a teacher at Phoenix Pre-K through 8 school. Congratulations to Sherry Murphy, a Success 101 teacher at Bethel High School, for her selection as the 2019-2020 Hampton City Schools Teacher of the Year for high school and the overall for the division. It's springtime, and that means it's time to start gardening. Hampton students learned how to create and maintain a garden through a STEM Plus literacy program at Andrews Pre-K through 8. After school, students planted vegetables that they normally don't see in a grocery store, like mustard greens, radishes, and Brussels sprouts.
Why do these look like clovers?
Those are your radishes.
This garden is now 3 weeks old.
We had the grand opening. We have the kids do a ribbon cutting because this is a brand new area for them. The push behind this is to get kids into the garden. They're out, they're being active and healthy, but they're also doing those hands-on project-based learning that allows them to expand what they learn in the classroom to a real-world application. So out in the garden, they're learning the biology and the life cycle. They're measuring the waterfall, the rainfall, how tall their vegetables are getting, but they're also turning around and when they get to harvesting, they're going to be keeping track of their harvest so that they're seeing the work correlating to the produce.
When I water, I just like to water plants because when I water them and they're like not black, I like to water them because I like the blackness in them, and then I get to pat them out and feel the wetness.
So far, we've watered these plants over here, and we've also pulled out weeds. Mostly planting the plants, and pulling out the weeds. That was a work of niceness, I guess. Purple dragons, carrots, red onions, and peppers. Then they would grow, and you can eat them and stuff, and probably make different kinds of foods with them.
Oh, and vegetables are awesome.
Moton Early Childhood Center also has a garden, and Jones Magnet Middle School will be adding one soon. Students in the Culinary Arts Academy had a unique experience and learned how to butcher a whole pig in class. They learned techniques and what kinds of knives to use to separate a large animal.
I don't know if you've noticed, but you keep seeing me straighten up the backbone because when we start making cuts, the straighter the backbone, the better cut it you got.
We learned the anatomy of a pig and where it came from.
Feel that? That's all you're doing. Go ahead.
I learned how to use a saw. I ain't never used that before. It was hard because the bones and stuff in it, so it was tough using that. But when you use a little knife thing, it's easier.
I want them to get out of it understanding the parts that we regularly cook with, where they're from. And when they make the connection, this is where this is from, this is why we cook it this way, it better prepares them for the industry when they get in and have to start doing things for money. Because primary job of a chef is to make money. And the better you can do helping them make money, again, the faster you get promoted and faster you get paid.
Also at Phoebus, the class of 2021 held a mock 10-year reunion. The Academy of Digital Video Production and the Academy of Advanced College Experience held the event. The reunion was designed to help students review and revise the 10-year goals that were established as freshmen last year.
It is my ultimate pleasure to welcome you back for our 10-year reunion. I welcome you all today as your former teacher and your new principal. Can you believe you are attending your 10th year high school reunion? Looking back, I can say that the class of 2021 has always been the most spirited, dedicated, and memorable.
So our students of the class of 2021 participated in their faux 10-year reunion. So before they got started today, they built their 10-year plan in class through English. And they just developed their elevator speeches that they would be able to deliver 10 years in the future.
I know you are all eager to reintroduce yourselves, so at this time, please take out your business cards. I would like for you to find some old friends, some people that you didn't really know when you were at Phoebus, and maybe even a few faces.
Today was the reunion for the class of 2021-2031 present day. So basically, it was just a rewind as to what we've been doing all of our lives as we have graduated. I think that, you know, as far as when you're in high school, you should really think about what you want to do before you get out. So stepping towards what you want to do, or at least what you think. So, you know, you're not trying to scramble.
The community has been wonderful with this. We built this in as an academy project, so we've had a lot of help from just the district in general as far as helping with materials and getting contact information out there so we can invite a lot of visitors.
Like, a lot of people have changed now, and it's good to see, like, you know, your close friends or people that you just like knew, like, see them progress and succeed in life. Keep your friends close because, you know, sometimes it's like, it's good to like succeed with people, you know, and just like be with individuals that you recently like been around.
I really hope that the impact would be that they speak their futures into existence and they get a real feel for what this is going to feel like at their real 10-year reunion. So they're setting these goals and where they want to go to college and their next step in life. So if they can speak it into existence now and feel what that's like, then they're more likely to do that.
Let's check out our social media sites. On Twitter, Caitlin White, a physical education teacher at Sims Middle School, worked with the Western Branch Home Depot to have a custom-made basketball hoop made for Senia McCalman, a disabled student at the school. They surprised her with the hoop, and Senia played basketball. On Facebook, students from Hampton High School recently placed first in the State DECA Virtual Business Challenge. Rhonda Russell, marketing educator and DECA advisor at Hampton High, serves as their sponsor. Several students from Bethel High School were selected to participate in the 44th Annual Supreme Court Mock Trial of the Model Judiciary Program. All 3 Bethel High School students won their Supreme Court case, and Christopher Holliday was named the best overall at the Virginia Supreme Court level. After nearly 22 years of serving Hampton City Schools, Melody Black, a teacher librarian at Cary Elementary School, has decided to retire at the end of the school year. As a way to share something meaningful with each child before she departs, Black decided to gift each child at Cary with a book. Remember to check us out on social media. You'll get the latest information relating to HCS. I wanted to mention that this will be my last year serving as an anchor, reporter, student representative, and student in the Hampton City Schools Division. As a proud Crabber, I have had the pleasure and honor of serving in positions that have helped me grow and mold my leadership skills as I continue to mature into an adult. I would like to take this time to thank our school board, division leadership team, members of PEG TV, school administration at the Hampton High School, and most importantly, my family for supporting me in all of my endeavors while being a student in Hampton City Schools. I'm off to JMU in the fall, and I'll never forget my time here on the School Notes Anchor Desk. Well, that's it for this edition of School Notes. Thanks so much for joining us, and we'll see you next time.